Now, I'm going to share the science behind Kangen water and what makes it so much different than ordinary tap or bottled water. I've personally always been passionate about health and wellness. In fact, it's become an obsession of mine to study and uncover the most practical ways for people to optimize their health and performance. Because let's face it, without your health, you have nothing, right? It's true, your health and the health of our loved ones is something that we should all take very seriously. But changing people's habits is where the real challenge comes in. Getting people to exercise, to drink special shakes, it's not really something many people are willing to do. So people resort to taking dangerous pills, having risky surgeries, and spending countless hours in the gym obsessing over every little thing that they eat. I don't know about you, but I've often thought there has got to be a better way to get and stay healthy that won't cost me my sanity or my safety. What we've discovered is that the best way to optimize our health and to help others do the same is not to try to change their habits, but to simply help them change their water. Now, wait a minute. Change your water? What does that actually mean? The fact is, not all water is created equal. And it's water that makes up over 70% of our bodies. Every cell, tissue, organ. It needs water to survive. But the reality is, most water is actually bad for you. It's a fact. Tap water is full of contaminants and added chemicals that are harmful to our bodies. While bottled water might seem like a healthier option, the production process is highly unregulated and contains harmful chemicals leached from plastic containers. Also, both tap and bottled water is acidic and adversely affects your body's pH and antioxidant balance. Okay, so I know discovering that water is acidic and bad for you may come as somewhat of a surprise. I have to admit, it was to me as well. That's why we're excited you've taken the time to watch this video so you can discover what can be done to actually transform normal tap water into the most antioxidant liquid on the planet so you can simply drink to your health. So, what are we talking about today? Well, what if you knew of a machine that not only produces clean, refreshing, and extremely healthy drinking water, but it will also replace harmful household chemicals, and it actually will help you go green inside of your entire home? Would you want to learn more? Now, first, I want to share the story of how this special water was discovered many years ago. See, there's many locations all across the globe where water has been found to have healing properties. One of the most well-known examples are the waters on the hillside of Pamukkale, Turkey. These calcium-rich waters have created travertines from white deposits that coat a hill like a cotton blanket. Rich with calcium oxide and hydrogen sulfite, the bluish waters are incredibly healing and are one of the area's most popular tourist attractions. It is believed that Cleopatra herself actually bathed in these springs. People stand in line for miles to feel the effects of water from such places. Another example is in the mountainous region of Nordenau, Germany, where the waters from mysterious cave springs have been reported to cure everything from blindness to high blood pressure. Some other examples you may have heard of include locations in France, in India, Mexico, Australia, China. The list goes on and on. And all of these places actually bring us to where the story of Enagic begins. You see, the thousands of experiences and health transformations that have been linked to medicinal waters flowing from these springs and wells could simply not be a hoax or a coincidence. Something has to be transforming the water to give it these healing properties. So scientists started avidly analyzing and breaking down what was actually happening to the water, and what they discovered was fascinating. You see, they discovered that what was giving these waters their measurable health effects could all be linked to three main properties of the water. First, the pH, also known as potential hydrogen or alkalinity. Second, the ORP rating, which is a measurement of the liquid's potential to reduce oxidation. And lastly, how the water molecules are clustered. The most amazing part is that they not only were able to figure out how and why the water was able to provide these health benefits, but they were actually able to recreate the water in a lab. In fact, because they were in a controlled environment, they were actually able to enhance the positive properties of the water. In essence, they were able to make what many consider the fountain of youth even better. Now, as luck would have it, Hironori Oshiro, Enagic's founder, came in contact with the science community that was studying the effects of this water that became known as Kangen water, which in Japanese means returning to the source. It was in a seminar on Kangen water held in Tokyo by a medical professor where Mr. Oshiro had his first contact with this water. Now, Mr. Oshiro will be the first to tell you, like me, he was skeptical at first. Like most people, he was under the impression that water was just water. But as the seminar progressed, so did his understanding. Mr. Oshiro began to realize that Kangen water is much more than ordinary water. In fact, he discovered that his country's chief medical directors at the Ministry of Health and Welfare were also touting Kangen water's rejuvenating benefits. The more he learned, the more intense his interest became. In fact, it became his obsession. He set out on a personal mission to learn more about Kangen water and to make it possible for the world to benefit from this miracle water. He started pulling together his own science and research team, and they set out to develop a machine that could make this water accessible to the masses. It was Mr. Oshiro's vision to help people experience the fountain of youth in the comfort of their own homes. It was this man's vision and mission that brings us to the end of our journey in the beginning of your personal experience. Enagic was founded in Okinawa, Japan by Hironori Oshiro in 1974. Mr. Oshiro tirelessly researched how the perfect Kangen water system should be manufactured and distributed. And in 2000, his product line officially launched with its first water ionization filtration system, the Leveluck Deluxe. 2003 was a monumental year for Enagic, and it became known as Global Year 1, marking the beginning of a distribution internationally. Today, they continue to spread true health around the world with offices in Taiwan, Hong Kong, North America, Europe, Canada, and of course, Tokyo. In fact, people in over 131 countries around the world are drinking Kangen water. Enagic's continued success is not only due to its superior product line, but also due to a well-established reputation of friendly distributors. Let's take a look at some of Enagic's products. All of the ionizer and filtration products are designed and manufactured in Osaka, Japan under a very strict code of guidelines, which are enforced by Japanese government. But Enagic takes it actually one step further than the other manufacturers. Every component of every product is made from scratch in the factory, under close supervision, ensuring maximum efficiency, durability, and the ability to produce the highest quality Kangen water imaginable. From the electrode plate to the charcoal infused water filters themselves, everything is made in one place with one amazing result, the highest quality possible. In the factory, every product is tested before it's allowed to be shipped out. Once the pH levels and the ORP levels and every single function of every unit is tested, it's only then that it's authorized to be shipped out. But going even beyond quality control, Enagic also has a staff of highly trained engineers at the factory to design superior products for Enagic's future use. Enagic feels that with all of these various aspects of production being contained to one factory, A supreme level of synergy is created, ensuring extremely high quality control standards. Enagic's belief is that Kangen water allows you to return to origin, meaning that such a pure water with so many healthy properties will bring joy, peace of mind, and true health to anybody, anywhere in the world. Here's what the machine looks like. This is Enagic's flagship model that will filter your water through electrolysis to produce super hydrating alkaline and antioxidant water. This portable system connects to your faucet and is capable of producing 7 different types of water. First, the water travels through your double carbon antibacterial filters to remove contaminants and chlorine, leaving you with clean, incredibly delicious, and crisp drinking water. Next, the water passes over electronically charged titanium plates, producing Kangen water. It is alkaline and is full of antioxidants and able to fully hydrate and detoxify the body's cells and tissues. So, how can a water be antioxidizing? Well, an antioxidant is a simple molecule capable of stopping the oxidation and deterioration of other molecules. Enagic's industry-leading Japanese technology uses electricity to separate the molecules in your water, leaving more antioxidizing molecules available to stop oxidation, inflammation, and even, get this, suppress the aging process in the cells of your body. Let me show you a quick demonstration. This is an ORP meter, which literally measures a liquid's potential to reduce oxidation. The more positive the reading, the more oxidizing or inflammatory the liquid is. Basically, the worse it is for you. The more negative the reading, the more antioxidizing and anti-inflammatory a liquid is. So in this test, a negative number is actually good. So let's test some of the most well-known and highly consumed bottled waters and soft drinks. Let's go over here and start with Dasani and Aquafina, 2 of the most consumed bottled waters. Then let's move on to Powerade. This reads about 400 and it kind of keeps going up and down from there. This is Sprite. We all kind of know that soda is bad for us. Diet sodas, by the way, and dark sodas, they're in the 500s. And now we go on to Kangen water. And it's been sitting out a while, so it's pretty good for, sitting out here for a little bit. And as you can see, that's around a negative 500 or so. Right out of the tap, I get a negative 800 sometimes. What you need to realize is that everything that we eat or drink is either alkalizing or acidifying on the body. Unfortunately, the majority of us consume food and beverages that are sugar-laden, highly processed, leaving our bodies in a state of acidosis, which can lead to illness and accelerate the aging process. By restoring the body to an alkaline state, we can regain control of our health. Since our bodies are over 75% water, the best way to do this is by drinking water that has been micro-clustered and pH balanced perfectly for cellular absorption into your body. These are just pH drops, like something that you would use to test a pool or anything that you would want to test the pH of a liquid. If you look at the pH chart here, it is about a 4. And typically soda and sports drinks are between 3 and 4 pH. And then you've got your Kangen water. And this is actually the 9.5 water, but the machine can make 8.5, it can make 9 and 9.5, so that you don't detox your body too quickly. Now, on to a fun little trick that I want to show you. Would you like to see it? So let's say that you've been drinking bottled water for a long time and you are like, okay, how long will it take for this to, really kick in and help my body? Well, it's instant. Look at how the Kangen water instantly turns this regular acidic tap water highly alkaline. But Because sports drinks and sodas are so acidic, it actually takes 32 glasses of Kangen water just to neutralize one soda. Check this out. Take the soda, take the Kangen water. Do you see how acidic most of the drinks we all drink every day are? Your machine is able to provide water that can deeply penetrate your cells and aid in the removal of toxic acidic waste from within your body, also absorbing nutrients and better hydration. Let's see this in action. This is a great way for you to visualize this. See this Lipton green tea bag? In this test, the tea bags represent the cells inside of your body. This is not some major scientific experiment. It is just a powerful illustration so you can better understand the hydration and detoxification effects of this water. So we will put the tea bag right in there, and I want you to pretend like you're drinking Dasani all day and you're just trying to get hydrated. This is really important for athletes, and it's really important for dealing with brain fog. And of course, with the detoxification, it's really important for losing weight or even feeling better, because toxins sit in our cells and you can't get them out with regular water. Now, let's put the tea bag into a new cup and pour on some Kangen water. Check that out. We just made tea with cold water instantly. What do some skeptics say? That this test is not fair because the tea bag was already wet? But check this out. Isn't that interesting? This is showing you the superior penetration, the hydration, and the better detoxification this water has within the cells making up your body. You know how when you feel really bloated, or when your tummy feels full and sloshy because you've been drinking a lot of water? That's because it's just sitting in your stomach and it's not absorbing into your intestines and tissues of your body. To give you a little dose of science, the Kangen water, because it's restructured and perfectly pH balanced, can actually open up your pyloric valve and go straight into the intestines. This has such great health effects that we have the top colon doctor in the world, Dr. Hiromi Shinya, backing this up. This was the man who created the non-invasive colonoscopy. He's known and respected all over the world, and he actively recommends Kangen water to all of his patients as part of their treatment. We've also been awarded the Gold Seal, the highest certification by the WQA, the Water Quality Association. Kangen water is endorsed by a medical association of over 6,000 other medical doctors, making this the most celebrated and medically endorsed water machine on the entire planet. That's not all this powerful device can do. It has other settings that can make special waters that can help you go green and chemical free inside of your home. The clean water setting has a neutral pH of 7. It's great for cooking, it's great for baby formula. The beauty water setting makes water with a pH of 6. It acts as a toner, balancing the pH of your skin to make really a soft, beautiful, or for us men, a handsome appearance. The strong Kangen water has a pH of 2.5. It acts as a disinfectant and can replace all of your household cleaners. Now, finally, let's look at the strong 11.5 alkaline water. It works as an emulsifier. It removes pesticides from your produce. It makes it taste better, and it makes your produce last longer. You see, pesticides are oil-based because when it rains, they have to have the oil so the pesticides don't fall off. Well, the 11.5 is our strong alkaline Kangen water that's highly antioxidant and can actually remove all oils and kills up to 99% of all germs within 30 seconds, which is why you can replace your laundry detergent with it if you choose, and any other type of degreaser for your stove or your household appliances, your kitchen countertop, even your shower enclosure. But here is my favorite part. So we're going to wash these tomatoes with bottled water, or just say regular filtered water. Then we're going to wash these tomatoes with the 11.5 water. Doing this is actually proven to remove, like I said, 80 to 95% of all pesticides from your produce. Now check it out. It looks like we're making tea again. That's just actually nasty pesticides and chemicals coming right from the tomatoes. I know, it's disgusting. My favorite part is that not only does the produce actually taste better, but because it doesn't have that slimy grit pesticide taste, the produce actually lasts about a whole week longer too. In addition, when you wash your produce, any fruits and vegetables at home with tap water, chlorine is actually being absorbed into the fruits and vegetables. Even if you use bottled water or the filtered water at home, the chemicals are still being put into your produce. But the worst part is that it's not pulling out the pesticides and really cleaning the produce so it's ready to eat. The 11.5 can actually penetrate all oil and actually emulsify it and break it down to clean off and pull out all of those pesticides. Imagine that powerful 11.5 water cutting the grease, the grime, the germs inside of your house. Finally, you can say goodbye to a cabinet full of chemicals under your sink. Now that you've seen what this amazing machine can do for your health, it's easy to see why Enagic says, change your water, change your life. We'd like to help bring the cleanest and healthiest water to you, to your family, and to your friends, and to make a global impact on your health, starting with your community. One note on bottled water. It may seem like a convenient choice, but with all the harmful chemicals in the plastic and the acidity of the water, it's basically a poison to your body and a huge burden on our landfills. When we say a global impact, we really mean it. When you're drinking Kangen water instead of bottled water, it's better for you, for your family, for your community, and our world. Even if it's a small impact, we invite you to do your part to clean up our world by simply taking better care of yourself, drinking the healthiest water on earth, and inviting other people to do the same. Thanks for watching this demonstration. We look forward to hearing your story about how Kangen water has impacted your life.
Thanks for watching. My name is 𝐄𝐍𝐀𝐆𝐈𝐂 Hutchinson. If you like this content, subscribe to the channel. Head over to my website, 𝐈𝐍𝐻𝐕𝐄𝐒𝐓, and grab your free PDF, The Ultimate Drinking Water Review. Cheers.